It's starting to look like it's time that everyone needs to know who Dr. Simi is. If you've ever been to or seen videos of a concert in Mexico in the past few years, you've probably seen this happen. During the performance, out of nowhere, a little chubby stuffed animal in a lab coat comes flying from somewhere in the crowd and lands on stage. The performer picks it up and looks at it, and who is that little guy? It's Dr. Simi. And if you haven't heard of him, you're about to. Dr. Simi is a mascot of Farmacias Similares, a chain of pharmaceuticals founded in Mexico in 1997 by a businessman named Victor Gonzalez Torres. The idea was simple, but radical for its time, to sell generic medications at prices of up to 75% cheaper than name brand drugs, in a country where the average medicine already costs twice as much as in the rest of Latin America. Victor inherited the pharmaceutical company from his father, called Laboratorios Best, which had a license to produce generics. Instead of selling them to the government like everyone else did, he went directly to the people. Low cost medicine, accessible doctors, and pharmacies on every corner. Now there are over 6,000 branches across Mexico, Central America, and South America. It became one of the most recognizable brands in the entire country and in the entire region. Victor wanted a mascot, and not just any mascot. He gave the designer, a cartoonist named Daniel Burgos, a very specific brief. He said he wanted someone who looked trustworthy, knowledgeable, but also fun, and maybe even a little mischievous too, with a mix of warmth and humor. Burgos took inspiration from a classic Mexican actor named Joaquin Bardade, specifically one of his characters who was that of a lovable old man, and the result was Dr. Simi, an overweight, balding, elderly man in a white coat, white pants, blue tie, and a magnificent walrus mustache. Simply put, he looked like someone's abuelito. And somehow that became one of the most beloved images in Mexican popular culture. Over the years, he got his own children's music album, his own theatrical shows, his own animated series, his own YouTube channel, his own science center, and his own museum. So, where do the concert plushies come in? Well, it started in 2021 at the Corona Capital Music Festival in Mexico City. Norwegian artist Aurora was performing, and someone in the crowd held up a Dr. Simi plushie. She freaked out and said,
"Oh my God, it's a Dr. Simi."
They handed it to her, and the crowd lost it. And from that moment, something just kind of clicked. The tradition was born. Mexicans started bringing Dr. Simi plushies to concerts, and not just any plushies, but custom ones, often handmade to look like the artist performing. And fans started throwing them on stage as a gesture of love and celebration, and it spread like wildfire. Artists from all over the world started receiving their own Dr. Simi plush. Some laughed, some posed for photos, and famously, one artist, Ruben from the iconic Mexican band Café Tacuba, dramatically ripped the head off of one on stage, which honestly only made it cooler. And there was a whole speech. It was great. It was great.
Pero la verdad es que odio al Dr. Simi.
And so this plushie throwing tradition became something uniquely Mexican, a phenomenon that made Dr. Simi into something that transcended advertising. He became a symbol. Now, I think it's important that I pause here and give some more context because Dr. Simi isn't without his critics. Some public health experts have raised legitimate concerns about Farmacia Similares' model. The chain operates pharmacies with attached clinics where you can see a doctor for a very low fee. Critics argue that this creates an incentive to overprescribe and that it functions as a parallel healthcare system disconnected from Mexico's public health network. The quality controls on generics have also been questioned. Bioavailability studies are only required for the first shipment, meaning ongoing quality isn't independently verified. It's a real debate. It's worth knowing. But here's the thing. For millions of Mexicans who simply couldn't afford healthcare otherwise, Farmacias Similares pharmacies have been the only option. The character became associated with dignity and access, with the idea that healthcare isn't a luxury, that it's not just marketing. For a lot of people, it was real. After years of expansion through Latin America and after three prior attempts, 2025 marked a new chapter. Dr. Simi officially launched in the United States. Led by Victor Gonzalez Herrera, the son of the founder and the new face of the brand, Dr. Simi USA is headquartered in Austin, Texas. They're starting in Texas and California with plans to expand to New York, Illinois, Arizona, and Florida. Products are available online in CVS stores and through Similandia in LA. Whether it takes off in the American market remains to be seen, but the cultural infrastructure is already there. Especially after what happened with the plushies, Dr. Simi's face is recognizable far beyond Mexico's borders.
Tiene una patita blanca y rayadita la frente.
And the US isn't the only frontier Dr. Simi is conquering right now. In April of this year, dressed as a samurai and with his trademark energetic attitude, Dr. Simi touched down in Tokyo, specifically in the heart of Shibuya, for the brand's first ever pop up store in Japan. Now, why Japan specifically? Well, one of the reasons that the team chose Japan as a gateway to Asia is that, much like in Mexico, there's already a strong cultural affinity for characters used by brands, stores, and even local governments. Essentially, Japan already has a whole culture built around a beloved mascot, so Dr. Simi fits right in. They said that within the first couple of days of opening, more than 600 people went to the pop up. And just this past month, literally a couple weeks ago, came an announcement that might be the clearest sign yet that Dr. Simi has entered a new era.
Nice to meet you.
Crocs and Dr. Simi have officially joined forces in what they're calling a collaboration built on 100% authenticity. The collection dropped on April 22nd and features a classic clog reimagined in white and blue, complete with the 3D Dr. Simi head, gibbet charm, his signature blue tie, and his iconic mustache engraved on the heel strap. So that's Dr. Simi, a pharmacy mascot who became a cultural icon. A little old doctor in a white coat who somehow ended up on Crocs, CVS shelves, and in the heart of millions. If you're in the US and you haven't encountered him yet, you will. And when someone throws a chubby plushie onto the stage at the next concert you're at, well, you'll know exactly what that means.
Left, right. Two more times. Left, right, left, right.
Drop a comment. Have you heard of Dr. Simi before this video? And if you're Mexican, what does Dr. Simi mean to you?